We continue our coverage on the Rochester City School District's new plan to address safety in schools. Superintendent Leslie Myers-Small released the district's plan last night following reports of violence among students and staff. But this evening we're hearing from a high school teacher who says the plan doesn't go far enough. Allie Peters joins us in the newsroom with more on what he wants to see happen instead. Allie?
Yeah, Kyle Crandall has been teaching in the Rochester City School District for more than 20 years, and he says what he's seen in schools right now is not normal. He told me him and other staff members believe the district's plan to address violence isn't good enough and more has to be done. I do want to say I did reach out to RCSD earlier today to hear more about their plan, but they were not available to comment.
Kids are losing their lives. Kids are being shot at, waiting for a bus. We can't stay silent about that.
A plea for help from RCSD teachers like Kyle Crandall, who says there needs to be more done to increase safety at schools.
Students are scared. They're scared to come to school. They're scared at times when they are in school. And for those of us that are educators, that is just not the way how school should be.
RCSD's recent plan to address safety includes adding additional mental health services, hiring more staff, and enhancing security measures. But Crandall says many things in the plan were already in place.
We need our leadership to recognize that the game plan isn't working.
4 union leaders representing teachers recently came up with a list of measures to increase safety, including smaller class sizes and adding officers back on school grounds. But Crandall says those ideas haven't been taken seriously enough.
If someone were to come on any of our campuses armed, what is the plan? What's the plan to keep our staff members and our students safe?
He also wants there to be more learning alternatives for students who are disruptive.
We've suggested still supplying an education for them, but in a different setting, maybe an evening school. If the remote situation doesn't work, let's set up an evening school.
But one of Crandall's biggest asks, that it's more than just the school district that gets involved.
I don't know how much more tragedy we need in this community before people are going to rise up and come up with some solutions that are going to work.
Now, one part of the district's plan to address safety includes working with a group called Rock Restorative. They work on providing support for students and staff and getting to the root cause of disruptive behavior. I'll have a closer look at how they're trying to make a difference in schools coming up tonight at 6. Live in the newsroom, Allie Peters, News 8.
Allie, thank you. Superintendent Myers-Small says their work to address ongoing challenges at schools begins this Saturday at Franklin High School from 11 to 1, where they will be launching a community action initiative to come up with solutions to the violence.